guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, then welcome. My name is Mika. I started off in customer service, then went to banking, then I went to insurance adjusting. I pivoted from those careers without any computer science degree and without any IT experience, and I pivoted into data analytics. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the 5 signs that you know that it's time for you to pivot as well. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So my mother used to say stuff like, honey, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Are you still working? Because let me tell you something. I have been working all of my 20s and half of my 30s. I don't know about y'all, but I was working. How many times have you literally said, okay, I'm for real. I'm going to start this. I'm going to go back to studying. I'm going to start this course. I'm going to do it, right? And then you start, and then you all in for maybe about a month, and then you fall off. Or how many times have you gotten to the end of the year and you said, in January, for real, new year, new me. And I'm going to enroll in that course. I am going to start that boot camp. I am going to be a data analyst. I am going to be a data scientist. I say this every time. And then something happens and you don't do it, right? And then you look back and you realize 5 years have gone by, 7 years have gone by, maybe even 10 years have gone by, and you are still in customer service. The job that you said that you was just going to work temporarily until you can get where you want to be. You know the signs. You see the signs. But here in this video, I'm here to help you recognize the signs. So that way, you know that it is time for you to pivot into the career of your dreams. So that way you can start living the life that you want to live today. Okay. You dread Mondays. That's sign number 1. And this is the thing. The weekend comes, Friday is here, girl, and don't let it be a long weekend. Don't let it be a holiday on a Monday, girl, because then we're going to show out. You know what I'm saying? We may not even show up on Friday, but that's a whole nother situation. When you start dreading Mondays because you have to go to a job that you don't like, that's when you know it's time for you to pivot. You are all excited all weekend long. Friday, you are just super excited because you know you don't have to talk to nobody else. You waiting until 4 or 5 o'clock on a Friday and you out the door. You out on a Saturday chilling with the friends and your family, having a good time. Sunday morning, you get up, you in a good mood. Maybe you went and had brunch with some friends. Maybe you went to church. Because you know what? Listen, when you go to a job that you don't like on a Monday, it is crucial that you go to church on Sunday. Because sometimes you be like, Lord, ooh, take the wheel. Give me the strength that I need for me just walking the hell out. But then as time creeps on throughout your Sunday, and you realize that as time ticks down, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, your attitude changes by the hour as well. Because, and it's because you know you got to go to that job on Monday because you got to deal with customers and they're cussing you out and verbally abusing you, and you just emotionally drained from this job, and you have to go back to it, and you can't just up and quit because you got bills and responsibilities. So I have to go. That's when you know it's time to go. That's when you know it's time to pivot. When your whole attitude changes before Sunday is even over, you know it's time to pivot, because this job is for birds. This is not this. We can't keep doing this every Monday, or we can't keep doing this every Sunday going into Monday. We can't. And then Monday woke up, and then Jay was like, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Every side of the bed is wrong because I have to be her. Number 2. Now, here we are. We've got 80 hours, and we got our check. And then you at work and you are already in your mind done paid bills on what needs to go out, and you immediately depressed. You can't even be excited about your check. Like when you can't even be excited about your check because you know that it took you 80 hours to actually make the money, but it took you less than 10 minutes to spend it because all the bills were due and you have nothing left. Like when you don't even have nothing left to show for what you've done for the past 2 weeks. You know it's time to pivot. You know it's time to move forward. You know, like when you can't even do nothing extra, you know it's time. Like I remember when I would get paid, my check was like $1,200. My rent was like $700. So girl, let's do the math. Let's do the math, child. So I was bringing home like $1,200, okay? $1,200. My rent was $700. $700, that left me with 500 books. Okay, so automatically on Friday, even though I got paid that $1,200, all I got left by 5 o'clock is $500 because I knew that I had to go down to the office to pay the rent. All I got left from working for 2 weeks is $500. That's it. Boop, 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 boop. But I don't even get that full $500 because I still got to pay daycare. Daycare is $225 a week. All I got is $500. I gotta pay $225 a week. So we're gonna take that $225. I'm down to $275. Now I can take that up. Now don't forget, I still gotta pay $225 again next week, but I ain't got it. I got to eventually roll that over. I now gotta roll that over until I get paid, and now I'm behind on daycare. So now I'm just adding on to the stress because now I got that because I still gotta get groceries. I gotta put gas in the car so I can get back and forth to work. You know what I'm saying? So now with the groceries, I have to say, well, I can only spend $75 on groceries for the week. So that's $150 for the next 2 weeks. So all I can take $150. That leaves me with $125. I gotta put gas in the car. So that's I can put 20 on it. I can't fill it up, but I can put 20 on it. All right, I'm gonna put 20 on pump 5. That's all I can do. But don't forget, I still got light bill. I got water bill. I got cell phone. I got Wi-Fi. I got all of that. And yeah, all of that can get rolled into the next paycheck. But because everything is so top heavy in the first part of that week, that first 2 weeks when I get paid and it's at the beginning of the month, baby, that's it. When you got to start playing Russian roulette, your check may fire, it may not. It may hit or it may not. You may be able to pay your bills, it may not. We should not be struggling this hard. We just shouldn't. That's when I knew it was time for me to people like when my son couldn't flush the toilet because I couldn't afford the $90 water bill and they cut my water off. I knew it was time to pivot. That's a sign. When your paycheck can't take care of just your basic needs, it's time to pivot. If inflation is up, groceries going up, rent going up, and everything going up but your paycheck. Number 3, you don't feel valued or appreciated. So you do work. You get up, you show up every day. You do what you're supposed to do. Sometimes you doing your job and your boss's job, yet they the one with the title. But yet you're doing all of this, and you half the time, most of the time, you try to be in a good mood. You don't cuss nobody out. You do what you're supposed to do. You show up. You barely call out. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you need this job. You do what you're supposed to do. And next thing you know, it is time for like annual review, and all you want to give me is like 2%. I remember when I was working in a company, and I remember that they said, oh, the company did so great, and da-da-da-da. And then they said, what we want to do now is we want to start giving you guys bonuses. And we was like, oh my God, yes, okay, great, wonderful. And then you'll see it on your next check. And then, girl, I looked, and it was like $125. But you're getting, and I'm the one that's on the phone every day. I'm the one that's doing the job that you don't want to do, right? I'm the one that's keeping the lights on here. I'm the one that's making sure that customer service is getting taken care of. I'm the one that's taking care of everything so it doesn't get escalated to you. And yet, you're the one who are getting bonuses every quarter off of my back. You're the one that is getting $20,000, $15,000 bonuses, and the best that you can do for me was $125. I was like, wow, interesting. Yeah. When you, and then when the annual review come around and they tell you, you did this, you did that, and they appreciate all the hard work you did, so we want to go ahead and give you a 2% annual raise. 2%. Okay, maybe 3. I'll give you 3. Honey, that's a sign that it's time to pivot. That's when I knew it was time for me to pivot. Number 4, no growth opportunity. So promotions don't exist and the skills are not evolving. There was no career growth path or plan set out in place for me to take me beyond the cubicle. There was none of that. And so, but when a promotion do arise, then you go ahead and I apply for the job, but then you tell me I'm not qualified for it. Even though I've been doing it for the past month, 2 months, 6 months, even a year, maybe a couple years, I've been doing it, but you haven't paid me for it. But I've been doing it. So now when the actual title or when the opportunity actually opens up, then you encourage me, yeah, I'll apply. And then I apply, and then you send me through the formality, but you knew daggone well you weren't really going to hire me. And so then you bring in someone else, and then you tell me, sorry, we went with someone else because you weren't quite qualified, but yet then the person that you hired doesn't know anything. And then you sit them next to me, and yet you tell me to train them. And it's amazing how I'm not qualified. I'm qualified enough to train him on how to do the job, but I'm not qualified enough for you to pay me for the job. Interesting. So yeah, so that can happen. And next thing you know, I am still 6 years in my cubicle, and I'm not even a senior. I'm not even a lead. I'm none of that. Like, there is nothing. And everybody that you keep promoting is from being promoted from the outside, not from within. Like, they're not investing in me. And that's weird to me, that you're not investing in your current employees, but yet you tell me you value me. I don't get it. So the promotions are not there, and my skills are not evolving. They're not growing. I'm still saying the same script, still doing the same thing, and yet you keep asking me to do more, but yet you don't want to give me more. So my thing is that if you can't grow where you are, then eventually you're going to outgrow it. Number 5, you stay daydreaming about something else. So you scrolling TikTok and YouTube, and you sitting here saying to yourself, I wish I could do something like that. And you see people doing the things that you wish that you can do. You catch yourself saying, I would love to do something like that. I would love to go to Jamaica. I would love to just get up on a Monday and not have to go nowhere, not have to answer to nobody. I can just get up when I feel like it, go to Pilates, clean my house when I feel like it, go to the grocery store and still be able to maintain my livelihood. And so you sit there and you look at all these influencers, and you just saying, I wish there was something that I could do. Maybe not even want to just be an influencer, but just the fact that you didn't have to get up on a Monday and go to a job that you hated. Maybe it's just the fact that I can just do what I want to do, live the life I want to live, work the job that I want to work. Okay, so maybe 1 or 2 of these, or maybe 2 or 3, or maybe all of them hit home for you. That's a sign. But that don't mean get up and quit your job tomorrow. I'm not asking you to do that, okay? I was finna be petty and be like, listen, I'm not DoorDash and asking you to quit your job. No, I'm not gonna say that. But what I'm gonna say is, because I would never tell you, girl, just quit your job. So I'm not asking you to quit your job. Please don't go in tomorrow. Please don't go in on Monday and saying that you're gonna quit. I would never tell you to quit your job. I'm not gonna tell you to do that, especially without a plan. No. So let me tell you the first thing that I had to do when I was in your shoes. Number 1, discover your why. There has to be a reason why you want to pivot. For me, it was the fact that I was tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I was tired of being broke all the time, because I was drained and exhausted. And I think all of these signs hit home for me. My why was my kids. My why was tired of being broke. Those were the 2 main whys that I had. So before you just up and move around or quit your job, the first thing you need to discover is your why. Why do you want to pivot? Number 2, once you get your why, then like I said, I'm never going to tell you to quit your job. No, use that job to pay your bills. And so you're going to earn money while you learn. Whether you decide that you're going to go back to self-teaching, whether you're going to go online, whether you're going to take a course online, Google Analytics, whether you're going to go into a boot camp, whether you're going to go back to school, whatever you decide to do, just do that. And really be consistent and committed and sacrifice. It will pay off. Okay? And then number 3, create you an exit plan. Create you an exit plan. Don't quit your job without having an exit plan. So that means you need to start updating your resumes. You need to start updating your LinkedIn. Start networking before you start applying, because networking is your net worth. Set a realistic timeline. Make sure that it is realistic. Say that in 6 months, I'm going to start applying for jobs. In 3 months, I'm going to start applying for jobs. Create that exit strategy. Like, sit down and create an exit plan that's going to get you out of this job. Type it on and put it everywhere. Make multiple copies. Put it on your headboard. Put it on your bathroom mirror. Put it in your car, in your glove compartment. Take a picture of it and make it a screensaver on your phone. So that way you see it every day. So that way you know that you have a plan to get the hell out of this job that you don't like. Now listen, I know how it feels to want out. I used to sit in customer service jobs and living paycheck to paycheck, daydreaming about a different life. I used to do all of that too. I made the pivot. And you can too. So don't wait until you are just completely drained. Start small. Make a plan and then move towards the career you want. I really do hope this video did help you or give you some sort of motivation to be able to sit down and create that exit strategy. The only thing that is stopping you is you. Okay? All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.